Hello, Jack de Groot, the Executive Director of Catholic Schools here in the Parramatta Diocese. I'm here today to talk about the Schools Progress Framework, or SPF. So the underpinning principles of our Schools Progress Framework is a respect for the diverse stories of each school, and yet the commitment to excellence and achieving great expectations for our students. We want trust between the Office of Catholic Education in Parramatta and each of you as leaders of school communities to be built on a deep dialogue, a co-construction of the things that matter to deliver progress for each of our students and our schools. So we've talked at times about performance, we've talked about progress, and I'm talking about excellence. Each of those good things of a student's progress, a school's progress, that sense of achievement, of being able to fulfil the expectations for our teachers and for their students is important. But the best experience that we can have is listening to those who've been part of the journey of co-constructing the Schools Progress Framework. So I'm going to introduce you to some of our principals as they talk about their experience and you reflect about the invitation to take up the next wave of engagement in the Schools Progress Framework.
I think over the last couple of years, particularly due to COVID, we lacked a little bit of structure around our goal setting. And so I think the Schools Progress Framework gave us some structure around how we were going to identify the areas of flourishing, leading or learning that we needed to make some improvements in. But at the same time, it gave us the autonomy in our leadership to make those decisions on our own.
The fact that it was a research-based framework, first and foremost, and secondly that it invited schools to lead their own journey. And I believe that if a school is going to improve, it needs to improve from within and using the resources of Catholic Education Office.
We were able to look at our school context and set our goals according to the needs of our students.
So we've been able to, as a leadership team, see our progress from the lenses of students, parents, our community, as well as our teachers. That's definitely helped in being able to drill down to actually find some really targeted things that we could improve on.
Doing our deep dive into the data really helped us to uncover some areas that quite surprised us and allowed us to look at areas that we normally wouldn't have considered were places that we needed to improve on, but it became really obvious once we really dug into the data.
I thought that they would pinpoint learning as the key area of priority, but the students, the staff and the parents alike all wanted to focus on student wellbeing, and that was a bit of a surprise to me. So that then started the work on where do we go to, what is our priority, but importantly it allowed each of those groups to become part of the journey right from the outset.
This is something that is an open invitation or an opportunity to really lead your school without the imposition of any kind of directory or any kind of program to the school. You develop it yourself with your team. You develop it in terms of how it's implemented, and resources are used from the office or central administration to support you. That works, and we know that that works. So I would implore any principal to help their leadership by bringing on a program such as this.
My advice would be that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Looking at things with a different perspective is never a bad thing.
Start the journey right from the outset with your team. It's an exciting journey. It's one that will really build the efficacy in the team, develop a clarity of the strategic vision of the school, and you'll certainly be able to discern and decide and set some key priorities for your school, importantly, together as a team.
Be patient. It's a bit of a hard slog at first, getting your head around it. We used our critical friend to help us unpack it, which was just fantastic. Don't try and think you can do everything at once. Be realistic and really look at your school context and Make SPF work for you.